Trisha, how come you've signed like so many projects of late? Like suddenly, like there's like so much news about you.
I don't know. See,
So,
I think
is it because those roles excited you, or
yes, totally. It's not planned. It's by default. If I'm not signing projects for 6 months, it's purely because nothing has excited me. And one thing I've stuck to is right from the day one, I'll never do something for the sake of doing it. It's not like, oh, I've not had a release in 6 months. Let's just have a release. I don't want to do that because that would mean I'm doing it for different reasons.
yeah.
And if I'm signing something today, I still feel it's very well spaced out. I only work on 2 films at a time now because I've started enjoying a lot of my space, a lot of my free time. It's not like before where I was working 30 days of the month, you know.
Right.
So I work about say 20 to 25 days of the month, and then I like hanging around for my releases. I like being part of them. So yeah, I think at this point, honestly, I'm getting such good scripts. I'm very excited with the scripts I'm getting.
Right. So, Trisha, let's talk about your film Kodi. This is the first time you're actually pairing up with Dhanush,
That's right.
who has this thing. About, no, he's known as a very intense actor.
Absolutely,
And,
yeah.
so,
yeah.
does your approach to your work change when you're working with someone like Dhanush, who brings his A game to the table every time?
Definitely it does. I really feel the team is very important, and I've always said this many, many times before, I'm a complete director's actor.
Right.
So for me, if the director kind of gets there, even I tend to get there, I kind of imitate my director. I
Right.
like working like that. And where Dhanush is concerned, of course, we have done a touch and go many times before. We were supposed to work together and it didn't happen. But I'm so glad this was a film, after these many years of being in the industry, that I got to do with him.
Right.
And he's amazing. He's a selfless actor. So what I like about him is I couldn't have pulled off Rudra in Kodi without his help. He was he helped me motivate myself to perform the character in a different way. And we worked very well as a team. Dhanush, Durai sir, me, you know, we used to really work very hard on every scene. It was very, very challenging for me.
Right. So, were you on your toes all the time?
I was, because he's someone who can steal the scene like this.
Right.
But you know, he doesn't intimidate an actor. He never does that. He has the persona where you think, oh my God, he's larger than life, he can intimidate you. But he's so generous because for him, everybody has to give 100%.
Right.
So he told me this. He was like, when I said thank you so much for helping me, he was like, if you're not good, I'm also going to take a bad name.
Yeah.
You know, everyone has to be good, whether it's the villain, whether it's a character actor, whether it's a child in the frame. Everyone has to give 100%.
Right.
So when you work with someone like that, like a Kamal sir again, he has the larger than life aura, but for him, when you work with him, it's like just working with anybody else, because he makes sure it's all about you.
Right. Right. So the film is set in a rural backdrop,
Completely.
Pollachi, right?
Yes,
So
yeah.
how was it playing the village girl?
I haven't done it in a while. In fact, when the teaser came out, a lot of people texted me and told me it reminds me of your Sami days.
Right.
And that was a very different role. It's a complete contrast. So what happened with Kodi was between Jan and March, we pretty much shot the entire film at one stretch. There were no breaks. So I had a break because I had to finish another film of mine, but it was Jan to March, a complete stretch. So also what we did starting from October, we had a couple of look tests, because by the time we went there, the director wanted us to be very clear. This is how you look. This is how the politician looks. This is how the love scenes look. Everything.
Right.
So there was a lot of homework done on the film. So when I went in Jan, I was already a little accustomed to the entire unit and the film.
Right.
And being there, I honestly love shooting away from home, because for me, I feel there's a lot of peace. You're stuck there, you get into the character.
Right.
And since this much of homework was done, it was a little simpler for me to get into the role.
Right. So Trisha, we were just talking about the kind of choices you're making with films and how you are getting bolder with your choices. So does it somewhere still feel jittery, you know, when you actually take that plunge to get into a film which is going to be challenging to put up to the audience
Yeah,
who are used to a certain kind of
correct.
movie, watching films.
Yeah, correct. You're right about that. I do have my apprehensions, even a film, and to be honest, as an actor,